This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, all. Good morning. Welcome back. Can you see my screen, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So today we are going to discuss about Kubernetes troubleshooting. Okay. So after that, we'll cover namespaces. With that, we are going to complete Kubernetes. Still, we have Kubernetes project. Okay. So in Kubernetes project, we'll go deep dive again. Okay. Yeah. Let us go and start our servers. Let us start master server. Take console. Fine. Sudo su space hyphen kubeadmin. Fine. So troubleshooting part. So in Kubernetes, what we will do? So we down one pod and we'll troubleshoot that. We'll try to resolve that issue. Okay. So we have pods, right? kubectl get pods. If you type this, if you give this command, we have pods, different pods. All the pods are in running state. So what we will do, we'll down one pod, we'll corrupt one pod, and we check that. So when we face an issue in real time, for example, while working on some tickets or any issues, when we face any issues, first what we will check normally, ఏం చెక్ చేస్తామండి? ఒక ఇష్యూ వచ్చింది, లాగ్స్ చెక్ చేస్తాం, రైట్? లాగ్స్ చెక్ చేస్తాం, ఈవెంట్స్ చెక్ చేస్తాం. సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మనకి విండోస్ లో మనకి ఏదైనా ఇష్యూ వచ్చిందంటే ఈవెంట్ వ్యూవర్ ఉంటుంది. సో విల్ హ్యావ్ ఈవెంట్ వ్యూవర్. సో దాట్ వి విల్ చెక్ ఈవెంట్ వ్యూవర్, right? So the same way in real time while working on production servers, okay? If you face any issues, first we'll check logs. Based on the logs, we analyze the issue, okay? And we'll troubleshoot the issue, right? So here also, in Kubernetes also, while working on pods, okay, if you face any issues, first we'll check logs and events. Based on that, we can identify and we can start troubleshooting the issue, right? So here also same. So let us go and start this. So first, if you want to check kubeadmin version, if you want to check kubeadmin version, command here is kubeadmin kubeadium version. So whatever we are using version, if you want to check that, see here. So this is the command to check kubeadmin kubeadium version. Okay, yeah, you can check like this the details of your kubeadmin, right? So after that, let me check nodes are available or not. kubectl get nodes. So 3 nodes are in running state, right? Next one is kubectl get deployment. So these are the deployments available. If you want to deploy any deployment, so command here is kubectl delete deployment. Okay, kubectl delete deployment and deployment name. For example, I want to delete some deployment, right? So for which the command here is kubectl delete deployment. Deployment name is, I can give my HTTPD1, my HTTPD, or else HTTPD1 I can delete. See here, deployment is deleted. So now if you check, yeah, so here HTTPD1 is not there, right? So the same way, if you want to delete pod, okay, kubectl delete pod name, you can delete that. So but pod deletion, normally what will happen in production environment, if you delete pod or if the pod is terminated or corrupted, auto healing will be there. Okay, so Kubernetes automatically recreate that using backup. Okay, fine.
So if you're deleting again, creating automatic.
Can you
It's not resolved. Delete again pods that
okay.
automatically is creating, sir. But if you delete permanent, how can?
Okay. Permanently you want to delete, but you need to stop the auto. Auto scale. Yeah, then you can delete. Okay.
Okay. That so you need how to stop command auto scaling.
I'll provide you comments.
Yeah. Okay.
Node delete చేయడం అంటే నార్మల్లీ నోడ్ ని రిమూవ్ చేయొచ్చు. నోడ్ ని టర్మినేట్ చేసి రిమూవ్ చేయొచ్చు. నోడ్ క్లస్టర్ నుంచి రిమూవ్ చేయాలంటే కమాండ్ ఉంది. సో ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు రిమూవ్ ఫ్రమ్ ది క్లస్టర్, ఫస్ట్ యూ నీడ్ టు రిమూవ్ ఫ్రమ్ ది క్లస్టర్, దెన్ యూ కెన్ డిలీట్ డైరెక్ట్లీ. ఐల్ గివ్ యూ కమాండ్స్. క్లస్టర్ లో జాయిన్ అయిన నోడ్ ని డైరెక్ట్ గా డిలీట్ చేయకూడదు. యూ షుడ్ నాట్ డిలీట్. ఫస్ట్ వీ నీడ్ టు remove from the cluster, then you can delete. Okay.
So do we delete this deployment and pods in real time, or when we need to delete deployment?
Yeah, deployments
generally.
Normally, for example, one project is completed. Okay. So once complete the project, so here the project is completed. Can you hear me now? Is it fine now? I removed my headset. Is it okay now? Voice వినపడుతుందండి everyone?
Yeah.
So when we delete the deployment and when we delete the pod, okay. So normally, for example, one application, digital application is deployed. So some like Flipkart or Amazon shopping site, that type of application. So they want to migrate to other application. By the time we delete this deployment, And once services move to that application, new deployment, by the time we'll test it finally, we'll work on that. If it is working fine without any issues, then our old application, old deployment will be deleted. That will be happening in real time. Okay. In last month, we have not last month, last quarter. So in Europe, we handle one project. Okay. So they are using digital sites, digital applications. So they migrated to other application. By the time, so all the services we moved to new application and we tested that. Finally, once they approve, we deleted the deployment. Right? Deployment and it is application. Right? So for example, if you want to, if you stop using that application, so then slowly you can get the approval and you can remove the deployment. Right? Yeah. Let us clear the screen here. Okay. Next one is, for which we have one application which is logger application that we require. Logger application, maybe manifestation is there or not there, let me check. To troubleshoot the pods, we have one application which is logger. Logger means it is a logging application. So I'll show you that if manifestation is there or not there. Let me check that first. Okay. Manifestation is not there. Manifestation is not there. You can directly deploy that. Let us go. kubectl, create deployment. So I'm deploying one application which is logger. Logger is the deployment. Using logger, we can troubleshoot our Kubernetes pods and all, right? Okay. kubectl create deployment space logger, logger, logger space hyphen image equal to image name Chuntex, CHENTX, Chuntex / random hyphen logger. So this is the image. Okay. So normally, so if you search in Google, you will get this application. Okay. This is the small application for troubleshooting Kubernetes. Logger is the application. Image name is Chuntex / random hyphen logger. Okay. Now using this, we can troubleshoot our pods. So you can deploy first this kubectl create deployment. Okay. This is it created. Deployment is created. Now if you go and check here kubectl get pods. So logger deployed here. See here, this is the logger. It is in running state, right? Now, if you check kubectl get deployment, so we can find logger deployment here. See here, this is the logger, right? Now, I want to scale this logger deployment. I want to scale this to 3 replicas. Command here is kubectl scale deployment logger space hyphen replicas. So replicas, I want to give 3 replicas, logger replicas. Now it is scaled. Now if you check pods, kubectl get pods. So these are the pods. So logger pods also available. 3 logger pods are available here, right? Now, yeah, if you want to check any events, for example, if you want to check any events, okay, kubectl get events. Events means logs, right? So if you type events, directly it will show you all the events, whatever events are running currently. See here, so many events are there. So every pod, one event is there. These are all pods, right? Events are there. See here, pulling image, Nginx, successfully pulled image, created container Nginx, started container, pod sandbox changed, right? So different events are there here. So pulling image again. Yeah. See here, created container, busybox 1, right? Pulling image, successfully pulled image, and a logger image, where it is logger events. Even logger also available here. See here, these are the logger events. Created container, random logger, started container, random logger, successfully assigned default logger, default/logger. Okay, fine. So we can check like this, whatever events are generating in the console using this command, kubectl get events. You can check like this. Okay.
Sir, if
And
you
also,
want to check particular point,
yeah, I'll show you that. Okay. Next. So also, if you want to check default namespaces are like virtual containers. Namespaces are like virtual containers. For example, if you want to check namespaces like virtual containers, we can use one command here. I'll show you how to check the particular pod events. I'll show you. So before that, kubectl get event space hyphen namespace equal to kube hyphen system is the command to check namespace events. Enter. Second.
sir, screen stays off.
Screen on, right? One second.
Now we will.
Just a minute. Fine. So these are so when we want to check this, so basically this namespaces are to check default namespace, we can type like this, okay? Or else if you get all the namespaces, whatever namespaces are available, kubectl get ns, you can view get ns to check whatever namespaces are available. Is the command. See here. So these are the namespaces. Public, system, node, lease, okay, default one also. So we can create, if you want, you can create namespaces, okay. So normally while creating namespaces in production systems, it will properly allow two namespaces. In test labs, it will give some errors. Sometimes if you execute any namespaces, it will give you errors. Okay. Now, so I want to check some logger event. I want to check some logger event, for which command here is I want to check logger events, only logger deployment event. Okay, I want to check logger pod event. So that is why command here is kubectl get event hyphen field hyphen selector okay. We don't use this. Other command is there. We can use that. Yeah, kubectl describe. So currently, what we did till now, what we did. So when we execute event command, we got all the events, but I want to check only particular deployment event. Okay, for which command here is kubectl describe deployment name is logger event. I want to check only logger deployment event. Enter. So see here, only logger events. Here if you check name logger, namespace is default. Okay, so and creation timestamp is the timestamp, labels logger, app equal to logger, annotation, deployment, Kubernetes, right? Selector, app logger, replicas, these are the replicas, 3 replicas, right? So like this, we can check all these things and pod template, volume, conditions, okay, and events. See here, events also we can check like this. Deployment controller scaled up to replica set logger 1 to 3. 3 replicas we have scaled, right? Like this, one deployment logs if you want to check. Even though pod also you can describe. Currently I describe deployment. Even you can describe pod also. Pod logs also you can get. While describing the pod, you can check the pod logs also. Right. Next one is I want to check logs about logger. Okay, so you can describe, you can check logs. Describe means it will show you some details. If you want to check only logs, it will give you different details. Okay, so we'll check that. kubectl logs deployment / logger. See here, only logger deployment, logger deployment logs. So these are the logs generated by Kubernetes for logger deployment. Okay, see here, these are the different logs. An error, usually an exception that has been caught and not handled, right? So timestamp and debug or error. Okay, error description. These are all logger logs. Okay, so like this particular deployment logs you can check. Okay, and next one is if you want to describe pod. Okay, application logs also can check using some commands. So before that, so let me check pod logs also. kubectl get pods. I want to check one pod logs. So for example, we have so many pods available here. So I want to check this Yeah, this 2 container logs I want to check. Okay, so for which command here is kubectl get logs and pod name. Pod name, you just copy this and paste here. kubectl logs pod name. Okay, we give one more pod here, other pod. Logs pod name. I can give this pod name. Yeah, see here. So if you want to check particular pod logs, okay, so this is the pod, I gave this pod, these are the pod logs. For example, if the pod is corrupted or anything happened, so very first thing we need to check the logs, pod logs, okay, for which command here is kubectl logs and pod name. So by the time you get all the details with timestamp, so using the epoll event method, okay, something it is saying like yeah, see here, there is no errors here. Okay, that is why it is showing like this. Fine. Now, so now what we are going to do? So I edit one pod and I corrupt the pod. Then we'll check the pod logs and we can work on that. We can troubleshoot that. That we will perform now. So if you want to edit any deployment, clear the screen. If you want to edit any deployment, kubectl get deployment. So these are the deployments we have. So I want to edit one deployment. Okay, kubectl edit deployment. kubectl edit deployment. I want to edit this deployment, which is a logger. Logger deployment I want to edit. Enter. So once you edit this deployment, you can see all the details about manifestation. So this is a manifest file for logger. Okay. So now let me corrupt this deployment and troubleshoot again. Image name, where it is image, we can remove the, we can change the image name. So that what will happen? Spec image. See here. This is image. So I want to remove this name. I want to modify into different name. Actual image is logger, but I want to change into, I'm changing to log. Okay, I want to change it to log. By the time what will happen, we'll try to understand. LOGGER, right? Logger. So I just remove ER. Okay, log only I give. Escape, save and quit. So when you edit your deployment, you can edit that deployment using kubectl edit deployment and deployment name. So once you modified that, once you edit that, you can save and quit. Okay, enter. Now if you check here, kubectl get pods. ఏం చూపిస్తుంది ఇక్కడ లాగర్ కి? Image pull back off. So because we corrupted that, we changed the name, but while pulling the image, okay, it is facing some issues. Okay, now we get this, in this case we get this error, image pull back off. Okay, so in this case, in case in real time while working on the pods, while working on Kubernetes, if you face this issue, directly you can check the logs. Very first thing, you can go ahead and describe the pod. Okay, so how to describe that? Command ఏంటండి? kubectl describe pod and pod name. This is the pod name. See here, you can get all the details. Error image pull, backup pulling image, syntax random, right? See here, and one more thing, clearly saying it is pulling image syntax random log, warning failed, right? It is failing, image is failing. And also pull access denied for syntax random log. Okay, access denied because the name has been changed. Repository does not exist. This repository is not there basically. So it is modified something, right? See here, clearly saying repository does not exist. That is why it is giving pullback of error. So or may require Docker login denied, request access to the resource is denied. So because this parts will depend on deployments, right? So if the deployment is corrupted, what will happen? Parts will be corrupted, right? In that case, directly we can describe the parts. See here, warning failed, error image pull. While pulling the error, while pulling the image, right, it is giving error. So normal backup pulling image, syntax random one, log, warning failed, right? So these are the logs we get normally when you want to troubleshoot the pods or deployments. We need to describe the deployment or pods. Okay, describe the deployment or pod. By the time you can identify easily like this. Okay. kubectl get pods. Still it is showing like this. Now what we will do when we get these logs, when we identify these logs, directly edit that pod. So we need to map pod deployment. You can go and edit the deployment. kubectl edit deployment space, give the pod number, pod details. One second. Deployment we need to pod, not deployment we need to edit. Okay, kubectl edit deployment.
There is the logs లో ఎలా చూపిస్తుంది ఎర్రర్?
ఏంటండి
లాగ్స్ లో ఎలా చూపిస్తుంది ఎర్రర్?
మనం పాడ్ లాగ్స్ చెక్ చేసాం. సో పాడ్ లాగ్స్ లో మనం పాడ్ చెక్ చేసినప్పుడు పాడ్ లాగ్స్ లో చూసాం కదా.
We check the description, right?
kubectl describe pod name. సో ఇలా చెక్ చేసాం కదా మనం.
This is
ఇలా చెక్ చేసినప్పుడు మనం we can identify here. Okay.
generally we check the logs, right? I mean,
మీకు సో నాట్ ఓన్లీ Kubernetes అండి, సో ఎనీవేర్ ఎనీ ట్రబుల్ షూటింగ్ ఫస్ట్ విల్ చెక్ లాగ్స్, అంతే కదా. సో మన డాక్టర్ దగ్గర అనుకోండి డైరెక్ట్గా చెప్పరు కదా ప్రాబ్లం, స్కాన్ దిస్ ట్రబుల్, రైట్? సో యూ నీడ్ టు గో అండ్ స్కాన్, యూ నీడ్ టు టెస్ట్ దిస్ టెస్ట్స్, రైట్? దెన్ ఓన్లీ దే విల్ ఐడెంటిఫై.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు డిస్క్రైబ్ అంటే లాగ్ చెక్ చేయడమేనా?
అవునండి, డిస్క్రైబ్ అంటే డిస్క్రైబ్ చేస్తాం. డిస్క్రైబింగ్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అంతా వస్తుంది. పాడ్ డిస్క్రిప్షన్, డిస్క్రైబింగ్. పాడ్ లాగ్స్ కూడా you can check.
There is a different command, right, for the log to check the logs. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, we have another command also. kubectl, okay, logs and pod name. This also you can check. This is a pod name, right? So here, see here, it is showing error from server, bad request, container random logger in pod, logger, this is the ID, is warning to start image can't pull. Image error, clearly saying, even if you check the logs of describe means it will give you more details. Describe means it will give you more details. You can check logs also, describe also, either way. Okay, logs means logs it will show you. Okay, normally both the comments we use in real time while working on this troubleshooting part. Okay, fine. Next one is yeah, you can go to deployment here near the screen. kubectl get pods. Okay, this pod is having some issue, right? Now what we will do? kubectl edit deployment and logger deployment name. Open this, go down here. So simply you can directly go to deployment and we can check this image pullback of it is getting, right? We can check image first. Okay, so image name is changed here. So by the sometimes what will happen in real time, so whenever any engineer is leaving from the company, they will put some errors. Okay, so tracking will be there, but they use service accounts to avoid the tracking. They use service accounts. By the time they put some issues like this, by the time we need to identify. Okay, so tracking will be there, timestamp, when he logged in, when he logged in, when he logged out, we can identify. But at the same time, okay, we need to be very careful while the engineers are leaving from the organization. By the time we'll face like this issues. These are human errors. Okay. Insert mode. Logger is the actual name, right? Escape, save and quit. Now if you check kubectl get pods. Now it is running fine without any issue. The pod is running fine. But when we rerun the pod ID will be changed. See here, you can observe. This is old pod. Okay, this is a new pod. So this number is not there. This ID is not there here. Right? See here. This ID has been changed here. This ID is not there. Every time it will change this ID. When we work on the pods, this IDs will be changed. Okay, fine. Now this pod is alive, right? Running state. So sometimes what will happen? Pod will reboot. Okay, so pods will reboot and pods will down. Okay, so anyways, we have auto healing capability in real projects, real enterprise edition. So here we cannot enable. So while working on project, I'll show you how to enable auto scaling, how to enable auto healing. Okay, fine. Now, so if the pod is rebooted, okay, so again we describe where it is happening issue. Okay, sometimes what will happen? So due to some node issue, pods will be rebooted and pods will be hung state. Pods will give slowness issues like that. Okay. Anyways, our application will not be down because we'll have replications like 3 pods, 4 pods will be there. One application will deploy on multiple pods, right? If one pod is down or hung state, application will not be down. So that alerts will get email alerts. By the time we need to troubleshoot. If the node is having any issues or any deployment issues, so that we need to troubleshoot. So controller manager will control all these things. In master server, we'll have controller manager, right? That will control all these things. Okay, we'll get notified through emails. By the time we can troubleshoot that. So as a Kubernetes engineer, normally we don't face any issues. So because we just monitor, that's it. because auto scaling, auto healing will be there, right? So, but sometimes if any node is corrupted, by the time we need to work on that, we need to manually perform some activities. Okay, our engineers they will monitor 24/7. If any major issues, if any small issues, they will troubleshoot. If any escalations happen, they will they will open up some bridge by the time. So we will join into that bridge and we'll troubleshoot. Okay, so this is troubleshooting part అండి. So so I'll give you some information here about troubleshooting. Go to kubernetes.io. Go to kubernetes.io and go to Kubernetes blogs. Click on Kubernetes blogs, second tab. So here you have a lot of information. See here. So 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018. So year on year, some updates. So here you can find all the issues, real-time issues, real-time challenges. So in this blog, everyone update like you and me. So whoever working on Kubernetes, they will update some information. So whenever, new guys, whenever they want to switch to Kubernetes, directly they go to blogs because real-time issues, scenarios they will get. For example, here in 2021, see here, second. Yeah. So these are the 2021 posts. Okay. So here, for example, if you want to check something, pod issues, just search like this, pod issues. You will get all the pod issues, whatever pod issues regularly the people who are working on the Kubernetes, whatever issues they are getting, they update here. See here, determine the region for pod failure. Open this. You can check this details. You will get very good information here. Okay. So logging and debugging. Okay. So Kubernetes, troubleshoot clusters. How to troubleshoot clusters? Debug services. Right. Still we have so many pages available here. Second page, pod recycle. Pod life cycle. Node pressure, maybe okay. Different things are available. Kubernetes issues, security issues. Okay, so now, like this, you can go to Kubernetes blogs and you can check the regular issues, stateful sets, Kubernetes stateful sets. Okay, so you can check like this. Okay, so like this, you can check the logs, in the blogs, you can check the issues, regular issues. Whoever working on Kubernetes, they will update in this. So I have also updated some blogs here. Okay, in this I updated. So names it will not appear, right? Fine. So troubleshooting part, normally you can correct some pod or some deployment. You can troubleshoot and you can go through these blogs, and also I'll share you some real-time scenarios. Okay, while working on project, I'll give you that real-time issues, actual issues. I collected some issues, I shared that. Okay, so that while attending interviews, you can explain that. So what are the major challenges you faced? Like they will ask you, so that you can explain. Okay, fine. So namespaces are like virtual containers. Okay, so namespace means virtual container, virtual names you can provide. So that is very simple concept. Theoretically, you can understand. Okay, fine. You can practice up to here. In project, we'll go deep dive again. So Kubernetes project, మన ఎక్కడ చేస్తామంటే GCP లో చేద్దాం project, Google Cloud లో చేద్దాం. ఎందుకంటే so we have two projects. One project will work on AWS. One project will work on GCP. Okay, Kubernetes project will work on GCP. Okay, by the time I'll show you, I'll give you more details about troubleshooting and auto scaling, auto healing, how to enable that, how to build cluster in Google Cloud. In Google Cloud, again, we'll build a cluster, different cluster. Okay. So in AWS, we created KubeADM. In GCP, we create GKE cluster, Google Cloud Engine cluster. Okay. That we will discuss in Google. Okay, while working on project.
Sir,
Fine. So, any questions, anyone?
sir, in pod, how to increase containers? Sir? Like one pod, one container is available. Right? If you want to increase containers,
you want to add one more container in the pod, right? That is your question, right?
yes, yes.
Yeah, we performed activity, right? Manifestation required, manifest file required. We need to run manifestation. So two containers pod we created, right? Here, see here.
Yes. Two containers.
Session timeout. Okay. Yeah, see here. There is a pod. Two. Yeah, this one. So for which what we did? Manifestation, manifest file. So that manifest file you can prepare and you can create. Okay.
Sir, I have one doubt. Currently, we're using one master and two nodes, right? And whenever we deploy the application, it's getting deployed in both the nodes, right? So if you want to deploy only in one particular node, how can we do that?
So cluster means we can't do like that. Cluster, right? Cluster, what is cluster? Cluster means what it will do. Cluster means group of systems. Fault tolerance, load balancing. If you add a node into cluster, load will be balanced. Right? Only one node we can't do because cluster means load will be balanced. Okay. So when you deploy application in the cluster, either node 1 IP you can use or else node 2 IP also you can use. Right? So it will be balance the load. Right? So we stop here for today. So tomorrow,
sir, when you check, I have a doubt. So when you check the namespaces, that gave different namespaces, right? Like cube admin, cube public, and cube system. What does it mean exactly?
Yeah, those are default namespaces which are available in our cluster. Okay. Virtual containers. We can say virtual containers. For example, virtual environment, what we will do? Virtually we'll create resources. The same way.
Yeah, I mean, what is that particular name? When they say like cube system, what does that cube system mean? And you also said we can change that. We can edit that name.
Yeah, we can edit the name. We can edit the name.
How to edit that?
Yeah, I'll give you some.
I didn't understand what does it mean exactly. But there was 4 or 5 namespaces. As I told, like cube system or cube public. What does it mean?
Yeah, as I explained. So those are virtual containers, virtual appliance. Virtual appliance means virtual devices, virtual resources. Okay. So I'll share you some commands. You can edit that namespaces if you want. Okay. But default namespace, don't edit. It will throw you some errors.
Okay. So also you said you would explain about rollback status.
Rollback?
This is also related to some rollback status. I asked you on Friday, right? So you said you would explain while explaining rollback. I mean, sorry, network. So this troubleshooting part.
Rollback activity.
It's also related to troubleshooting, I guess.
Yeah, you can try your own different troubleshootings. So basic troubleshooting I can show you, and also while working on a project, I'll show you some more troubleshootings. Okay, you can try your own different troubleshootings. Okay, go to blogs and you can try. Okay, if you have any questions, definitely ask here.
There is a role. No, as I told, there is a command for rollback status. So what does that and how it works?
Yeah. So rollback status means normally there is a command. Let me check and I'll give you. Okay. Let me check what is that. I'll give you. Okay. So normally rollback will be happened through that commands. So we can check that. Okay. So I'll give you that commands. I'll provide you. Okay. Just project on marking. troubleshooting part ఇంకొకటి రెండు చూద్దామంటారా? రేపు పని చేద్దాం, రేపు కూడా సెషన్. Yeah. Tomorrow also will cover this troubleshooting part. Okay, one more session I'll take. So tomorrow, yeah, one more troubleshooting will perform. Okay. Okay. I saw that. Yeah, fine. No problem. Troubleshooting session, one more session will take tomorrow. So in that we'll cover a few more things. Okay. Kubernetes troubleshooting, few more activities are there. So I'll explain tomorrow. And rollback, you're asking, right? Stay.
The rollback status.
Divakar, right? Okay. Let me check their comments and I'll give you tomorrow. Okay. Fine. So we stop here for today. So tomorrow also we'll have one more session. Day after tomorrow we'll start Terraform. Tomorrow also we'll work on troubleshooting session. Fine. Yeah. Thank you all.